One of the things that I've done year after year after year is continue to invest in infrastructure. I think there's a lot of investors that want to scale, but they keep doing a lot of different things that prevents them from scaling. And one of the biggest things that I see people not do is build the infrastructure within their company to take away job duties that they're performing. Like for me, there is not a single thing within my property management company that I do or that's dependent on me, which means that I can work on my business with and not in. And it also means that I had to build up the systems to be able to drive the results and the people to be able to be in those systems. If I am part of the system, I'm in the business. And if you're in the business, that means the business is dependent on you. And that's fine when you're small, but if you want to scale as fast as you can, and in every business, because I own some other businesses now too, I want to get rid of every job responsibility that I have as fast as possible and delegate that to somebody, check in on how that somebody's doing, and create a really good system that they can be able to do without my help. If you can do that, you free up your time. And the reason why I've been able to acquire almost 1,000 units this year, 1,230 last year, and I keep scaling more and more and more, is because I have the infrastructure to be able to reposition these properties and then operate them and manage them at a really, really high level. For example, for me, the part I enjoy is the only part I do now. I find and negotiate the property. Then I come up with a business strategy. After I come up with the business strategy, and by the way, I do that hand in hand with the president of my property management company, and he takes that business strategy along with all the directors, and they execute that. Like today, I do not have a job here today to do, but I'm following up, I'm asking questions, and I'm watching all the leaders, right? There's 7 different leaders at this property today and 30 different employees at this property today, doing everything from cutting the grass to edging the grass to remodeling units to knocking out service requests to changing over the signs. Can you imagine if I had to be the one to order the sign? If I had to be the one to talk to the landscaper? If I had to be one to order the rock? If I had to be the one to order the materials? If I had to be one to follow up with the rehab team? And this is what happens with a lot of entrepreneurs as they scale. They have all these decisions they have to make because they haven't built the infrastructure and hired someone to be able to operate on that infrastructure, on that system. Give you a lot of different examples in this video of how I've been able to scale and how I've been able to break into other markets. But the biggest thing is you just got to continue to create the systems. That is why now today I can just continue to acquire property after property after property because the amount of energy that I have to spend is only until I close on the property. After that, it's a lot of checking in. My check-ins with my property management team and my construction division are the exact same things that I check in on that I also provide lenders that help me make sure that the items I've delegated in the property and the plan and the business strategy that I put together happens. Is I give an update after the first 2 weeks. What was all done in the first 2 weeks? I think the first 2 weeks is so critical when you take over a new property. I want to hear things like all empty units were remodeled, that we've leased out units at the market rent we said we'd lease out to units. We have invested in the property in meaningful ways that the residents has seen. I wanted to share all these things as well as my lender. Then I give an update after 30 days, and it's about the same thing, but now we'll talk about renewals. Then I'll get an update at 60, 90, and then every single quarter for the entire first year. Those are the updates you want to be able to provide to your lender, but those are the updates you also deserve from your property management company or construction company with everything that's going on. Just set clear expectations and make sure you have those items that you're following up on, and you'll be able to take over a property with that kind of infrastructure and feel confident that things are happening as you look for the next one. And speaking of the next one, my next property is another 100 unit that I'm closing in less than 30 days. More to come.